Well, it's, I mean, what used to happen, right, is comments used to be a kind of yes or no proposition. Either you had comments on and people could talk, or you could have comments on and people wouldn't talk. Now when you have comments off, people are talking elsewhere. So the first thing to do is to go to Google's advanced search page and do a search for everything that's about your school, but not from your own website, right? So look at that right now, because for most organizations, Google works like a mirror, right? I Google me and I get back a lot of me. Well, this is great, But if you run that same search, but you say the one site not to show me any results from is Shirky.com, you suddenly see the penumbra of conversations going on around you. So look at what people are saying elsewhere rather than making that decision in the abstract. But the second thing is that there is I think there's a growing understanding that one of the great sources of essentially recruiting value and bona fides is for an organization to put comments, and in some cases even rating and ranking, about its own stuff on its own site. And if you go to hp.com, I was buying one of those little netbooks, and you go to hp.com, right, and they're selling this little VGA converter, this little $30 thing you plug into the side, and you can run a big screen. And it's a 1.5 stars. Everybody's like, this thing is awful, right? Don't buy this on HP's own site. And so I didn't buy it, right? HP's pulled it. They're rebuilding it because, and my loyalty to HP has grown as a result of this, because A, they're confident enough in their products that they're willing to hold this stuff out, and B, when they get this feedback, they react to it. So part of the question is about essentially what your peers are doing, right? If you're in a highly competitive environment, people who are allowing comments on their own site may be getting some advantage, and you have to assess that. And part of it also is, if you got comments that were not, I mean, people actually have learned surprisingly well now to discount kind of trollish comments, right? They mulched their lawn with ground up baby kittens kind of stuff. That nobody pays any attention. Nobody pays any attention to that anymore. But if you get serious comments, ask yourself, what's the willingness of leadership to react to those? And the higher that willingness is, the more valuable comments are for everybody. The lower that willingness is, the more dangerous, or the more you have to decide whether to turn comments on. But I think the critical thing is really start by seeing what conversations are going on about your entity elsewhere, on parenting sites and mailing lists and so forth, and look at that stuff first. Because this very often turning comments on is a way of preserving the illusion of control, but that the control is actually already gone. It's really a question of where the conversation is happening, where it's not. All right. So with that, I'll end it. I don't want to take us off schedule too much, but thank you all. Thanks very much. Great. Thank you.